What's up YouTube? It's your boy Shaggy Steve here with a Diablo 4 video. Now this video is going to be a bit of a loot guide. You want to be in the Fractured Peaks at the main city of Kyovashad, and the dungeon is going to be called the Forsaken Quarry. Now the good thing about this dungeon, it's literally just outside of the main city, so super easy to locate, and the dungeon itself is quite small and easy to navigate as well. Inside the dungeon, it's split into 3 sections. Section 1, slay all enemies. Now there's not too many elite packs in this section, but it won't take you that long to clear through all the mobs, and as you follow the path, you'll naturally come across all of the mobs and you won't need to backtrack. Once you've cleared up these couple of elite packs, it'll take you into a big room, you clear out all the mobs, the seal on the door will unlock, and it will take you to part 2 of this dungeon. Now this part of the dungeon, you've got to release 5 prisoners, and as you naturally discover where the 5 prisoners are located, you'll come across all of the mobs that you can kill for extra loot. Now, if you do this run and the 5 prisoners are located next to each other and you don't have to explore everything, I'd explore everything anyway, because you will find additional mobs just like here, and they are generally champions and elites, and that's where you're going to get your juicy loot from. Now, once all 5 prisoners are unlocked, every single time you'll have to do a randomized event. In this dungeon, I think I had to kill a corruption, which doesn't take that long at all. There's no loot in this section, just clear it out, and it will take you to part 3 of the dungeon. Now, this part of the dungeon is where the good loot is. This is where there's a couple of elite packs, and as you can see, the pathing is so tight and the dungeon is so small, you can just follow each pathing, each corner. You don't have to travel too far, there's not much downtime between mobs, and there's tons of elites. And in this third part of the dungeon, there's also random events. In this one, we got a Curse Shrine, which I do Curse Shrines every single time because you get waves of mobs. At the end of the 5th wave, or when the timer runs up, you'll get an additional elite, which is more chance for loot. And if you kill the 5 waves in the timer, then you get a gold chest, which again is more loot. And that's why we're doing this dungeon. With all the recent changes, a dungeon like this is great, split into 3 sections, really quick and easy. The boss is straightforward. There's not many mechanics. It's a really straightforward, quick, easy dungeon located just outside of Kyovashad. In the second part of this footage here, I did a second run and used an elixir. Now, this footage is going to be insanely sped up. I got about 600,000 experience, and that was without doing the event. So this dungeon's great. It's a really quick dungeon. The pathing is really tight. It's the same every time, so slay all enemies, unlock 5 prisoners, go in, kill elites in part 3, and then kill the boss. I'm sure if I did the event in this run through here, I probably would have got anywhere between 650 to 700k experience, which isn't that great, but considering we're here getting loot, every time I've run this, I pretty much run out with a full inventory. Sometimes I have to teleport out mid-run and clear my bags because there's just that much loot. As for legendaries, I have found a couple of uniques. You can find anywhere between 2 to 8 legendaries per run. It's all RNG. With the recent loot changes, it's not as great as what it was previously. But it is a really good run. You kill the boss. The boss is really straightforward. The mobs are really easy. There's not many CC mechanics in there. As long as you've got an unstoppable or 2 in your arsenal, you should be able to get through this dungeon in no time whatsoever. Now, when I pull the map up here, you'll see what I mean by how good the dungeon is. It's really tightly laned. The first section's always kill all enemies until you get to the big room and slay all the elites. The second section, kill 5 prisoners. Check all corners because you can find elites. Section 3 is the good section. That's always got a random event. Tons of elites. Density is fantastic. And in the top right-hand corner here, there was an event and then the boss room. Really straightforward. Like I said, full inventory every time, so good to make gold. Good to find those legendaries you're missing. All in all, really quick run. Experience is good considering how much loot you get. And yeah, if you're looking for those last legendaries that are missing, or you're just looking for something really cruisy to run through whilst you're watching Netflix, this is a great dungeon for you. Only got 2 legendaries here, but hey, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Happy hunting. Peace out, legends.